Okay, so today I want to jump into the theming of Hyprland and install a few tools that I use. So the most basic thing you can do in theming or rising, as they say, is to have transparent windows or panels, whatever you want to call it. Just a little bit of transparency makes this go a lot further. Especially if you have a nice wallpaper. Because what do you do when I boot up, I immediately open a terminal and a browser and it covers up my whole wallpaper and I never see it again. So if I can see it through the windows now and then, that will be nice. So transparency is easy setting. It will obviously be in the Hyprland conf file. So let's just jump in and open a terminal. So this is console from KDE Plasma. Unfortunately, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm gonna install a different one called Tilix. But let's just go into the conf file. I think it is here somewhere. Yeah, it's still there. Right, so this is the main file you work in to do most things in Hyprland. So to do the transparency, you just want to go down to the look and feel section. Here it is. As you can see, look and feel. It's a very easy setting to change, and you go down to decoration. This is basically the only section to do this in. So as you can see, there's rounding of the panel corners, and then there is change transparency of focus and unfocused windows. So active opacity, this will be your active window, and inactive is your inactive window. So if I open another terminal, so if I hover the mouse over this one, this will be the active window. It will have a nice border. If I go over, that one will be light up. Right, so I usually just make them both the same. So it's 1.0 now, that's fully opaque. So I want to set it to, so like 7. But you can set it to anything you want. Right, 7. You can even make them a little bit different. Let's make this 6 just to see the difference. Right, and then save it, and it will immediately apply it. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. Okay, this transition, this slowness is because of this VM running at Proxmox. It's just, I don't know what's wrong. I gave it enough resources and all that, so whatever. But as you can see now, I can see my nice wallpaper in the background. And yeah, so that's how you do that. And that will actually apply to all of your windows. So if I open a File Explorer, as you can see, it's done it to all that Windows too. So if you install a browser, it will do it with the browser as well. There might be some Windows that doesn't get, but then you can specifically go into that application setting and see if you can make it transparent. Right, so there's another setting here I just want to show you. It's the blur setting. So I mean, blur is nice. I don't think I'll use it, but in certain circumstances it can be very nice, especially if you have a solid color background. Then having the blur looks quite nice, but you can, it's by default it's set to true, so you can set it to false to switch it off. So let's just see how that looks. Blur. Oh yeah, it's already, so it was set. So now it's not enabled at all. You can see the outline of the background picture is very clear. It looks actually quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Wow, this transition is not very nice, eh? Let's make that. Let's make it the same. Yeah, like 6. Now why does it? Still go darker though. Oh, I didn't save it. Yeah, that's better. Right, so it's set to false, so you can see the picture in the back pretty clearly. Let's just make it true again to show the difference. See, it's set to passes 1, so it passes 1 blur effect over this panel, or over that background. So if we make that a bit higher, let's make it 7. Yeah, now it will be blurred out like that. You know, that's why that's what I said. So in some circumstances it will look actually quite well, and your text stands out pretty nicely. So let's just set it to 3. So I'm not too bothered. Wow, 3. Yeah, that's quite blurry. Let's set it to 1 like it was. Yeah, just a little bit blurry. Yeah, that's cool. So yes, that is pretty much how you make all your windows transparent. So let's move on to the next section. Right, so let's check out the Hyperpanel. So as you can see, it's not transparent like my windows. So I want to make it as transparent as the windows or the panels. I mean, what do you call these things if it's not windows? Anyway, go to your Hyperpanel. So we've installed Hyperpanel in the previous video, so I'm not going to do it here. And then there's a settings here, settings button. Just click on that. And this is nicely transparent. Is this transparent? Let me just see. No. It's weird that the settings is transparent. Anyway, in here, I'm not going to go into depth because it's self-explanatory. It's a nice GUI that you can just play around in with. And there's thousands and thousands of settings to play with. The only one I want to show is obviously the transparency one. And that will be in the theming side. So this is configuration. Let's go to theming. I think it's in general settings. You can even import themes here for this panel specifically. Right, so where is it now? I already forgot. Okay, it's not in here. So that will be in the bar. So bar is this, the bar at the bottom, like a taskbar. So just click on bar. Wow, this VM is dying. Right, as you can see here, button background hover opacity. So you have a hover opacity, which I'm not gonna play with now. And then oh my god, where is it now? Am I just stupid? Yeah, menu opacity. Oh my god. Okay, so this menu opacity, you want to make it more opaque. I mean less opaque. So menu opacity, you can just click the minus button or set a number in there. Let's go down to 60. Okay, so once you set the number, you have to press enter for it to apply. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. It almost looks like the windows. Oh, this one actually went lighter as well. That could be a problem. It's a bit light. Let's make it 75. Yeah, it's a bit better. So as you can see, it only applies to the, what do they call this? Dashboard menu. Dashboard menu. And this is the bar. Right, so that is where you do that, and then in the bar, oh my god, what is with this VM? In here, as you can see here at the top, that says transparent. You can make it completely transparent by toggling that to on. As you can see, the bar completely disappeared. Now it looks pretty cool. It only shows the buttons and so on in the menu. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. But if you want to make it just transparent, it's here at background opacity. Just make it the same. What was the other one? 80 or 75? Probably 75. Yeah, you see, it's a little bit more transparent. So yeah, now it looks the same as all the other windows. And that's how you do that. So the other stuff you're just gonna have to play with. I know that you can remove everything in here. All this clutter really you don't need, and you can put your own stuff in here. You can change the colors. You can put a picture there. So on and so forth. So let's move on. So maybe I'll make a video about just Hyperpanel, because there is quite a bit to do in there, but I'm still playing around with it myself. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, so I just want to quickly install a few apps that I think it's pretty cool and pretty important. Well, to me anyway. So I don't want to use console. I like Tilix. I think they do good work there, and that was actually the first terminal that I've installed. I always just use the default ones, but I like Tilix. So, but first of all, you always want to update your arch before you do anything. So just yay that SYU. So I have yay installed. I've installed that in previous videos, so that should be good. So let's just see if everything is updated. And then I'm gonna install Tilix, and then I'm gonna install Nwg-look. It's a theme selector. So if you wanna select the dark theme or light theme, it's just easier to do in there. And then I'm gonna install Brave, obviously. I think Firefox is still on here. I'm gonna immediately take that off. So let's install. Let's see if I can install it with yay. What is it? Tilix, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm just gonna use Pac-Man. But it should be on. Everything is on yay. That's the whole idea about it. It shouldn't be that big, but I could be mistaken. Maybe it's huge. Okay, it seems like that installed fine. So let's just quickly see if it opens. Tilix. Hopefully it'll open. Yeah, Tilix. Good. Right, so I'm gonna start using that. Let's just open my Wofi. I have Wofi installed, but I'm gonna install a Rofi, which is better. So let's see if Tilix is showing up in here. Yeah. So let's open it from here. Otherwise it will close if I close that terminal. So how does this work? Enter. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so I can close that one. Super C. Yeah, close it. It should just oh, I think everything closed. Let's just open. Oh yeah, I should change that quickly. So in your conf file, your Hyprland conf file, when you change your console, your terminal, you just have to change it here quickly under programs. So I'm using Tilix now. Right, so just put in Tilix, otherwise it's gonna open console every time. Right, and then we have to go down to the key bindings as well. Let's change that to Tilix 2 because it's still in console. So that's console. I want Tilix. So super Q. That's it. So let's save that quickly. And then it's super Q. Yeah, that's Tilix. Right, so the next thing I want to install. Let me just open my Explorer again. File Explorer. I have a file here. Skate. Remember application. I want to see what's my next install. It's Nwg-look. I can never remember that name. Let's install Nwg-look. So yay. Dash S Nwg-look. Let's see if it will install it. Hopefully. Looking good. Okay, so this is your theme selector. Just making it a bit easier to select like a dark or light theme. Oh, that was quick. So let's see again. Let's just open Rofi for now. And then type in NWG. Yeah, it falls on the GTK settings. So that's the one. Just enter. And here it is. Okay, so I'm going to close Kate and I'm going to close the Explorer. So here it is. So it just makes it easier to select a dark theme or whatever theme you've installed. So it's on Breeze and then Breeze Dark. Let's just see Breeze Dark. Apply. Or is it on Breeze? There's not a lot of themes on here, so I have to install themes. But anyway, if you install themes, it will list it here. Here's your icons. So add whiter. So you just choose that and apply, and it will apply it in the background. I wonder if it applied it now. Let's just quickly. I just don't know. Is it that? Well, anyway, there's that. Right, and then mouse cursor, you can just choose your. Mine is the Modern Classic. So I've installed Modern Classic on here. Let's just check quickly if I apply here. Probably have to restart or just log out and log back in again. Then it will apply these things. Just make sure that is still there. Anyway, this is Nwg-look GTK settings. Makes it easier to set that. To select the dark theme. Like, okay, so let's close that. So the next thing is Brave. Installing Brave. So again, just yay. And it's Brave -bin. I hope. Is it Brave -bin? Should be. Yeah. So that will install Brave. And that should be the last application that I install as a basic setup. Right, and then I want to set Brave to a binding key like B because of Brave. So let's do that quickly here on this side. So you can just, in this first binding section, you can just enter another bind equals the main mod comma B comma, that will be exact comma Brave. I think it's just Brave. Is it now? Well, we'll see if that works. Small letter Brave, capital letter Brave. Well, we'll see. Anyway, that, and then there shouldn't be anything else to do here. So let's just save that. Right, Brave is going to take a while. So while that's installing, let's go on to the next theme setting. Okay, so Brave seems to be installed. So let's just see. Well, let's just open it with Rofi quickly. Brave. Right. Put in your password. And there it is. Yeah. Damn. That went easy. And you can see it's transparent as well. So it's nice that everything, transparency is like global. Right, so that's Brave. Yeah, that was this free programs. Okay, so one thing with Brave, it might have a problem with keys. So it might not remember when you log into any of your websites, say like Google, I mean YouTube. Once you reboot, it might not be stay logged in. So it's a keyring thing. You might have to fix that. So I'm not going to do it in here. I still have to do it myself. But anyway, that's Brave. Just another little problem that I ran into was, I think Dolphin. Dolphin comes with Hyprland by default. And if you set the theme to dark, the dark theme, it might not take in Dolphin. So Dolphin will still be white. And so if that's the issue, then, or situation, then just install something else. So I've installed Thunar, which just uses the default theme that's on your system. But Dolphin works a bit different. You have to go through other settings and stuff before it actually takes, but it might work, I don't know. So if you want to install Thunar, which I actually want, it's lightweight too, a bit lighter on your resources as well, and I don't care about the file manager as long as it works. So let's install Thunar. Thunar, is that how you spell it? Probably. And then let's set it. So I want to open it. So the one in here is okay, it says file manager, so it just takes the default file manager because you set it up here as your default program. As you can see here, file manager, that's the variable, and it puts Dolphin in there, so just put Thunar in there. Thunar, and if you press super E, it will open Thunar instead of Dolphin. And then obviously I want to remove Dolphin. So that would be, I'm very bad with commands, but I think it's -R in, oh my god, is it S or is it now E? Ah, fuck it. Let's go Dolphin. Remove Dolphin. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, it's working. What? So now if I press super E, nothing happens. Oh yeah, I didn't save it. Save it there. Super E. Yes, Thunar. Yeah, it's light. It's definitely Thunar. Yeah. And it looks good. So let's close that. Let's make this a bit bigger. Yeah, actually looks nice. Good stuff. Right, so starting to come together. what else? Oh yeah, this Wofi thing. So Wofi doesn't come by default on Hyprland. You have to install a app manager. I think that's what it's called. So there's Rofi and Wofi, and I think there's another one as well. But Rofi is more native to Hyprland, and I think it's got better themes. I don't know, but I'm gonna install Rofi. So I wonder if it's on here. Let's just check quickly. So let's open Wofi and type in. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a theme selector. Okay, Rofi is on here. So let's just open it. So I don't know what is happening there now. Maybe you can't open one with the other. Let's just make sure if it's actually installed. So I'm just gonna install it again. Why not? So yay, dash is Rofi. So it will check if it's installed and update it or whatever. So yeah, so it's good. Right, so now we can set it in here. It's always good to leave your config file open like this. Yeah, this is still console, but anyway. So as you can see, I have Wofi in here, so there should be Rofi. And it's, I don't know why, I think Wofi's got 2 dashes in front of show, and Rofi's got 1. Let's just see. So it's Rofi dash show drun. If you don't put a show drun in, it's not going to open. Right, and then we go down to the bind keys. Right, so this is okay, I put this one in here already. Just want to change that to R. So super and R. Exact Rofi dash show drun. Do I have to put it in programs? No. Yeah. So menu Rofi. Alright, that seems all good. Let's save. Alright, so hopefully it will open. Otherwise I have to log out, I think. Oh no, it works. It looks like Wofi, but I'm sure it's Rofi. Let's go to the theme selector if that works actually. Right, so you can go to the Rofi theme selector and select a theme for it. Let's just select that one. So you can actually select this theme, press enter, and it will preview it, but it won't save it. If you want to save it, press Alt A if you want to keep one of them. So this is definitely a Rofi. So these ones are terrible. Just fucking terrible. I mean, they look crap. So in the next section, I'm gonna show you how to theme out your application manager, because it's definitely something that you use a lot. So obviously if you don't have a shortcut to some application, you would want to come in here and click on it, because if I want to open a specific application, then like that GTK settings, I didn't set it with a bind key, so I'm gonna have to open a Rofi. See, that's the reason. So GTK settings, so I can just open stuff there and it's open. Nwg-look. Yeah, so okay, let's move into setting up Rofi. Okay, so let's theme Rofi. So let me just get my brain so much to think about. Okay, so let's open Rofi quickly. So yeah, this one is a bit broken, but anyway, Rofi, let me just show you what you need to do. So I'm gonna open the file editor. I'm gonna open my Brave browser, and and a terminal. I suppose we can just close the terminal for now. Right, so what you need to do is so I was already in here, but you can just search for Rofi themes. So you search for Rofi themes, and then for the specific themes, it will be the first one, Newman's. So I like this theme, it's very nice. So go in there, and then you go to, okay, let me just show you how it looks. So there's all the themes that's in here that you can choose. So these ones are Windows themes. This one's is probably Mac, I think, and then this is just nice ones. So I'm gonna choose that one. That looks very nice. So right, let's just go to themes, open it, then go to template. So we need to save these files on your system. So this rounded template Razi, just open it up. And there's all the code in there, the settings. Click on raw. Right, and then you can save it. You can just right click and say save as. And then you can save it. And what you need to do is, I saved mine. Let's do that. So I saved mine in, when you create Rofi, it should create a folder in the .config a folder section, like Hyprland and all those ones. They all save files and folders in there, but for this one did not actually save a creative folder, so you should create a folder if it's not there. So if you can't see the dot files, just press Ctrl H and it will show up. Go to your dot local, not local, what am I doing? Config. Go to dot config. As you can see, there's Hyperpanel, GTK, and all these ones save. They save some stuff in here. So my Rofi was not in here, so all you have to do is just right click. Okay, that disappeared. But anyway, let's go to the actual editor here. So go to config. Right, and then you just say, you right click, create folder, call it Rofi. And then in Rofi, I created my themes folder. My themes folder. So if I open that, you can see I've saved those two files there. So this one, if you right click and you say save as, you can now go to themes and come on, what is with this VM? Save it in there, but just take that txt away and save it as rounded template or Razi. So I'm not gonna save it because it's already there, so cancel that. Right, and the other one is the one that you actually want for the color. So go back more, some more. Right, so that was the template. So now you can choose the actual one that you want. So these, all of them are in here. So there's the rounded ones, there's the spotlight, and the bottom ones is Windows, as you can see here, Windows 11. Right, so obviously mine is, I chose the rounded yellow dark. So all you have to do is just again click on it. Right, click on raw so that you can save it. Right click on it, save as, and then save it in your themes folder. Right, so there is those two files. If I go one out, it's in there in Rofi. Now you have to create this file if it's not a config.razi. So just create an empty document, call it config.razi, and then inside you need to put that path there. So add theme, and then the path to that rounded template Razi that you just saved in themes. So I suppose it will just tell it to obviously use that file when it comes and looks in here for any settings. Right, so let's open the themes. I'm going to open the rounded template. It opens it in Tilix. Interesting. Interesting. Can't I open it with Kate? Open with Kate. Yeah, I think Kate's better. I don't know about the terminal. I don't know what's going on there. Right, so can I drag this here for now? Yeah. Right, so this is all the settings. But as you see, if I can't speak English now, what the hell? As you've seen, if I open Rofi, there's some error going on. It's terrible. There's a warning because of all these changes. It's got a problem. So just exit that, and then you need to enter to tell it where to get the settings. So let's make a space there and then say add themes, and then the path, though I have to get to my where is it now? Oh, I'm blue screening. Absolutely blue screening now. Documents. Where's my Hyprland file? Let me just check my notes quickly. God damn. Yeah, this one. Copy that. Is it that one now? No, it's not that one. Am I absolutely fucking retarded? I mean, anyway, it will work. Let me just paste that in and change it a bit. So obviously add theme. This will just tell this file to go get the other file. So home config Rofi themes, and then just change this to whatever that file name is. That will be that yellow, dark yellow one. Right, so let's see if I can go back. Config Rofi. It looks confusing, but it's not really that confusing. Rounded yellow dark. Right, so rounded yellow dark. So rounded yellow dark dot razzy. So it will come look in here, it will find that path, it will get that file for the settings, and then, you know, do its thing, I suppose. Right, so let's save that. I wonder if it will work now. Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at that. Failed to open theme. I know there's something that I should delete. Anyway, so that one is not good. Okay, so that error, I had to go look what to do because I forgot. So to get rid of that error is you go into your rounded yellow dark, the actual settings file for the colors. Let's open that with Kate. Open that with Kate, and it's here. Just go to the bottom and delete that one because trying to import that and it's not necessary. And that should do it. Save it. Yeah, let's see. Ah, there it is now. Look at that. It looks so nice. It looks so nice. So obviously you can choose your color blue. There is templates already that you can download, but you can change this in the file as well. So I made my previous one darker gold, which looks even better. Now yeah, to edit this file, I'm already in this file, so let's look in here. So I know this bar is its background PG free. So if you change this code here, you can just Google it. Give me a dark yellow color code, and it will give it to you. and then you change it. So I can't remember what my dark yellow is, but anyway, if you change it here, it will change it, that color, to any color you want. So it's the BG free one. I suppose the text or one of these, you can just find out, change the color, see what changes. Right, so the next thing I wanted to do to fine tune it is get rid of that D run. So that D run will be in the, let's just close that. That will be in the rounded template file. So that is here. And if we go down to input bar here at the bottom, input bar, let me just scroll up again. So input bar, and then in children, as you can see here, prompt, delete the prompt. So delete that, plus the comma, just leave entry in there. Save that. All right, let's see. Yeah, now you can just search for your, whoop, what did I do? Ooh. You see, that's another thing with Hyprland. Your mouse focus should be on the thing that you're working in. Hilarious. So if you type in Kate, it's there. Let's see, Brave. The Brave browser is in there. So cool. Rofi theme selector. So I don't want to. That's the default theme selector, but it's horrible. Right, so this looks much better. I just want to keep it simple. It's nice and see-through as well. Transparent. Yeah, that's how you do the application manager. That's what it's called, application manager. Right, so there's nothing else to do here. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So let's close these files. Oh, just save. I don't know what I changed there. Close it. So I think we are pretty much done. So if you fine tune this by yourself, it's gonna look great. And you've got your nice wallpaper. You got your application manager all set. Maybe I should make this a bit lighter even. But this yellow is great. So you can actually, there's another program that you can install that will actually take the colors from your wallpaper and incorporate into everything that you use. But yeah, I'm gonna do that next time. I'll see. So the next thing I want to modify is the login screen, because it's let's just show quickly. Was it Super M? Ooh, yeah, it's just the default, I think, KDE Plasma. But anyway, it's SDDM, I think. Yeah, SDDM login display manager. So yeah, it's stock standard. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't fit into Hyprland and what I wanted to do. So this will be the next thing I'm going to try now. Okay, so let's theme the login screen. So I'm using SDDM, and as part of, I have KDE install here, but you don't exclusively have to have KDE Plasma installed on here. But yeah, I don't know what I wanted to say there. Anyway, so if we go to, so you can basically just search for this VM. You can just basically search for SDDM theme. Right, and then go to the store.kde.org. There's other places to get themes at, but yeah, I'm just gonna show how to do it. Doesn't matter where you get it. So I really, let me just see which one I wanted. Let me just scroll down a bit. Which one was it now? Is it gone now? Oh yeah, it was this one, Nordic Darker. This actually looked pretty nice and it will fit into my whole theme situation. But the problem with themes are if it's an older Qt5 compatible theme, then it might not work on your newer Qt6 SDDM display manager. And it doesn't say, you know, in here it doesn't say what the theme are. It doesn't say Qt5 or Qt6. Sometimes it does. So that was a problem. So I did download this one, put it in and all that stuff, but when I logged out, it just gave me a black screen. So I saw here at the bottom, if you scroll down, Qt6. So I just clicked on there because I don't know how to search for Qt6 exclusively. It doesn't bring up anything there. So I just saw this first one, the trees. I like the misty trees whole situation, so I just took that one. So if you go into that one, sorry, and you go down to description, you can see that Qt6 multimedia. I mean, it looks like it's Qt6 compatible or a Qt6 type of theme, and so I use this one. So basically you just download it. Let's just click on download. So it's silent SDDM. It's tar file. So you save that, obviously. Let me just open a file browser. I have to think now how I did this. Right, so open this. Obviously it was in downloads. And then yeah, there was a Nordic and there's the silent. So you have to just extract it. So on this one, it doesn't have extract right from here, so you're gonna have to do it in your terminal by saying tar, I think xfv, I think it's xfv. First you have to go to the directory, your home directory. Right, so that is downloads. Right, so if you ls into that, then you can just say tar, was it xfv, but you just have to find out. And then obviously the file name, so if it's this file name, copy it, paste it in there, and then the path where you want it to be saved. Now where you want it to be saved is the SDDM folder, and that is in user share. I mean, most of the stuff is in here, themes and so on, and then you just type S to go to SDDM folder, and as you can see, there's themes. And there's my two themes. There's the Nordic and there's the silent. This one is the one I'm using now, and that's working. So you just take that path. I'm not gonna do it. I just want to show you the command string, and that's it. So it will extract that into this folder. Anyway, like it is there now. Let's just open it quickly. Yeah, there's all bunch of components and stuff in here that it needs. Right, so and then you want to put it in the config file, which I don't know the name now of. Luckily it's here. So sudo nano it's sddm.conf. Obviously you want to put it in there, otherwise it doesn't know what to do. So this will be in there. So it'll be in your etc folder, sddm.conf. So it's pretty easy. Open that with your editor, and then let's close this one. Right. So there's a bunch of stuff you can change in here, but I am not sure what all of this does. So I put the Nwg-look on. Right, so you just go down to themes. So here's themes, and as you can see, the first line, current theme name, So you just say current equals and then the theme name that you've extracted. So it will look in that, if you extract it into that folder, it will look in there for it. And that's basically all you do that to get your background for your login screen, or your theme for your login screen. Right, and then the other thing is, what's it called now? It's the avatar picture. So you can put your own face in there, right at the login screen, or any picture. I don't know who wants to put their own face there, but anyway, this one will be, if I remember now. Oh yeah, okay, you can put it in here. Like I put it in here. So in global directory for users avatars. So here, enable avatars is true by default anyway. And then I commented this out because it did not work. And I don't want to fuck around any further with that. But if you get it to work, it's faces directory, face dir equals user share SDDM. Now you might have to create this folder, faces, but mine was there. If it's not there, just create it, faces. And then yeah, I'm not sure. They say the file should be named username.face.icon. I say I have faces in here for some reason. Maybe that was the problem. But anyways, I think it's like this. This is your username. This is my username, bbk.face. So you rename whatever picture you download from the internet or that you have. You rename it to this whole thing. Just rename it to that. Even if it's JPEG, well, use JPEG and PNG, and then just rename the file to this. If it's not working, then it's not working. Then, oops, wrong shortcut. Right, so if it's not working, you can actually pretty much just put that picture that you've downloaded, the PNG or the JPEG, put it in your home folder, like here, and then call it .face.icon. So it's a hidden file because of the dot in front of it, but don't put your username in front of that, it won't work. Just call it .face.icon. So if I open this, here's my little arch logo. I just grab it from the internet and rename it to .face.icon, and that's it. So the program will look into your home folder for this icon. But I made sure to comment this one out in the configuration file because it might look in here now. So either way, maybe because of that S, it would work now there. But anyway, it will definitely work here. And that's basically that. So the theme, extract it to the theme folder. I'll put all the paths in the description or in a blog file. Block in my blog. And then the icon file put in your home folder. So it's pretty easy though to modify your login screen. So let's look at my login screen. Boom. So there's that QT6 theme that I've downloaded. Looks pretty cool. And then if I click, boom, this clears up, and there's that logo that I've just downloaded from the internet. Looks pretty cool. So I still know I'm on Arch at least, not just Hyprland. Feels like Hyprland is an operating system on its own. Right, and that is it for all the modifications. So this video is just basic modifications. Like, let's just open a couple of stuff. Let's just open more stuff. Yeah. So basically the transparency. So as you can see, I did blur this a little bit. It just looks better now. You can make it completely transparent. You just go to that file again. the Hyprland configuration file. Oh, got so many stuff in here. Oh no, where is it now? I don't want to type it. Really? You want me to type it? There it is. Right. So let's just close that one. And let's go to look and feel. Oop, is it there? Yeah, look and feel. Right, decorations, and yeah, so I made a transparency 6. It works fine for me. Any lighter and it doesn't look that nice on this nice wallpaper that I have, this orange wallpaper. So blur, I upped the blur just a little bit with 3. It was on 1, I think. So now it's 3 and it looks pretty cool. Oh fuck, that's shadow. Blur, yeah, pass is 3. So let's make it 9. That will be pretty deep. Yeah, so that's not so nice. 7. It's getting there. So 6. That's pretty cool. 5. Yo, I'm so slow on this. Yeah, I like 3 the best. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I still want to see my wallpaper though. That's why. Let's just crank this up just to make it look like Hyprland. Yeah. Look at that. I mean this, okay, yeah, that was the other thing I want to. Is it now? I'm gonna kill this bar as well. Let's just kill it. Make it completely transparent. Because I thought that I would like this light transparency on this bar here. But I don't actually do like it. So as you can see, I haven't worked in the Hyperpanel settings a lot because I have no idea where things are. Ugh, can't remember where transparent. Oh, there it is. It's the first one. I think that looks so nice. It fits my theme now perfectly. So obviously I'll modify these buttons to make them one color. I don't like all these colors. Looks ridiculous. And I'll modify this. Oh, look at that logo. I've got the same one here. I forgot. What? Oh, that was cool. I forgot about that one. Anyway. Yeah, so this buttons, maybe the text should be, it shouldn't have a background. That would be nice. Nothing should have a background because I can see that background. So I can make it completely transparent, just the text here. And take some of this away. I only want the date. Maybe the sound. This is not a laptop, but it always shows the battery, so you can just take that away. Yeah, look at that. Let's close all. What is this? Did I save? No. Yo, I like this wallpaper. It's so cool. I usually like darker wallpapers, but this one is just spot on. So yeah, that is the basic theming of Hyprland, the basic stuff. So you can really go balls deep on this, and it's so much fun. So yeah, good.